Welcome to the Heated Waves podcast. I am Mr. Bradley with the one, the only, to my left, T-Ball.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be here.
Today we're going to discuss that 18-game whole breakdown crazy thing. There's so many situations. There's so many things that could go on with this 18-game season that they've proposed. And it's like, which way do you want to go at it, T-Ball? Because if there is 18 games, that means players are going to want more money.
That's true, which means they're going to have to raise the salary cap, and it's not going to just have to be by a little. It's going to have to be by a lot. I think the real situation is this whole extending it 2 more games, but only allowing players to play 16 of those games.
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me, and that's why I was saying with the situation things, there's so many situations you could have. Well, there's so many ways to go with this, and my way is like, okay, well, which 2 games are they going to sit out? Is it going to be the 2 in the beginning? Will it be the 2 at the end of the season? Or is it going to be like games of their choice to where they essentially get 3 weeks off?
I think you'd have to plot and plan your whole way around it, because I feel like if you're including the whole injury factor, you gotta okay, what if this guy gets injured? And not only that, you gotta plot and plan around when you're gonna play them, when you're not gonna play them. Because what if you're a wild card and you need your starters in there, but you're like, fuck, if I play him this game, I'm going to have to sit him out for one of these next games.
That could be more crucial.
Be crucial. And then you're going to be seeing this instance where in crucial moments you see weak-ass quarterback, a second-string, third-string quarterback behind a second-string, third-string offensive line throwing to second-string, third-string wide receivers.
And who's going to pay tickets-wise? Because that's what they're essentially doing it for, is more money. If you raise it 2 more games, you get more revenue. Not only that, but like you said, you're going to have to raise the salary cap tremendously, like $50 million.
Yeah, the players make more money.
They're going to want more money, and no one's going to buy a ticket to a game where it's second, third, fourth, fifth string practice squad guys if they can only play in 16 of the 18 games. Why is it not 18 fucking games? We're going to pay you more money. Play the fucking 18 games. Right, and it's like, what the fuck? How is this going to go down? Like, I'm guessing that's why it's taken this whole year to figure it out for next year, if they're going to possibly do it or not. But it sounds like they're leaning towards doing it. But there's just so many situations.
I think it's indefinite. I think it's just all about when.
Okay, say you're like a 13-3 team, and you got obviously, 2 more games to play. You're obviously probably going to be the number 1, number 2 seed. Let's say you set your starters for the next 2 weeks, and because they've not missed their 2 games of the 18,
right?
Essentially, so you set them. Then they get like 3, possibly even 4 weeks off before the playoffs to even have to start, because you're taking those 2 weeks off, those last 2 games of the season, 17 and 18. And then what if they're a number 1 seed? That means they get a first-round bye. So that's 3 weeks off before they even have to play. They're going to come in. They're going to be rested and come out, and we're going to essentially see better football if you think about it.
I think what it kind of sounds like is you're still going to have 2 preseason games, but they're going to actually have to mean something.
Right. That's where you're going to make your cuts and have to get roster cut downs and things like that.
So I think if the NFL does that, I think they have to make it to where obviously the first 4 games, the first 2 games obviously don't mean anything. Those are going to still be preseason. But you're going to get the next game where it's going to mean something, but it's still going to be a preseason game, and you better schedule it to where that game isn't like a division game, or
in most games that start out the season are sometimes.
Or a game that people are going to expect a lot out of. Like if you go to a fucking Dolphins and Bills game this year, who's gonna think that's gonna shit big exciting? So who cares?
Right
for that in that instance, but it's
what if it's the
they're
Chiefs
gonna have to work
and
out
Patriots?
they're gonna have to work out some scheduled game to where it's like, oh shit, the Chiefs are playing the Raiders this year. That's gonna be a good ass game. I want to go to that. And then you go to it and you see none of the starters play.
Right, it's just a garbage ass game, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And who knows? Like you're the biggest fan of Patrick Mahomes. You came to see Patrick Mahomes play, and then all of a sudden, he's not playing this game. How disappointed is the fan gonna be when and imagine if it's your very first Chiefs game. You're like, I'm this huge Mahomes fan. You show up, and it's like, oh, well, turns out Mahomes can't play in this game because
he's got to take a
won't be
week
able
off.
to play, this game over here or this game over there.
Because he can only play in 16. But it's like, well, this is the only time I could get these tickets. There's cons to this that are so crucial to fans, because we're the ones that
We pay your bills,
Right.
motherfuckers. We pay
We're the
your
reason why
bills.
you keep get to play football for a freaking living. So there's just so many bad things about this, but then there's so many good things. Like I said,
I mean, it's
starters
gonna
resting.
keep the players safe. It's gonna definitely
Yeah.
keep them from prolonging any injury.
Con.
But I mean, they need to figure something out because
We're here to watch you play.
this is entertainment. This isn't. I mean, like I said, it makes sense because they want to make more money, but at the same time, you're not thinking of the fans at all, who are the ones that pay your bills. Yeah, you better hope the teams, when they do go to sit somebody like a 5-star player out, that you let them know, the fans, ahead of time,
On Monday.
like who's gonna play
Or
and
Tuesday.
who's not.
You got to let them know on like a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it's got to be something like on ESPN where they come out and they're like, here's who's playing, here's who's not
Yeah.
playing. Check your fantasy. If you got tickets to this game, you're probably not going to see this guy or that guy play. So that needs to be something that needs to be considered as well.
The only thing I can give on this as a way to figure this out, where they play 16 of 18 games, just rest them the first 2 games. Let the starters sit out the first 2 games. That way you can still evaluate rookies and who you want to cut and who you don't and who you want to trade possibly or whatever, who you want to sign. That way those first 2 games, unless it's division games like you said, then you can't have them sit. But let's say they're not. Let's put in perspective, say they're not divisional games the first 2 games. They're playing somebody out of the AFC West or whatever, whatever. So set them. That's the only thing I could propose to this, because we're here to watch football. We love 16 games a week. And then you give us this tease about 18 games a week, and we don't even get to watch all those starters play 18 games.
Right.
You're still cutting it down to 16.
I want to see my starter play all 18.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers throw the ball 18 different games, not 16.
Right, and that's going to expand a lot of records and stats.
Maybe that's why.
It's going to benefit the players. It's going to benefit the business. The NFL is going to create revenue, which is good for them. They're a business. They're here to make money. Obviously, with all these players wanting these huge, ridiculous contracts now, that's what's always in the news again. You're going to have to do something, and I feel like if they do this, it's not going to just increase their revenue, double. It's going to be quadruple.
If they do it right.
What I think I saw something where Roger Goodell said the NFL is going to be worth like $28 billion by 2027. If you're going to make them play all 18, get rid of the bye week.
There you go.
So get rid of the bye week if you're going to add.
But still keep the 16 of 18 games. That's what you're saying?
No.
Because if there's no bye week at all, these guys aren't going to play 18 games.
Yes, they are.
They would not play 18 games. They want that bye week.
If they're getting paid more money, they're going to not give a fuck about a bye week. They probably sit on the couch and go, man, I wish I was playing today.
Well,
I want to go play football.
I don't know. They're gonna want a bye week. Bye week does a lot for your team.
2 more games to focus that.
But that's 2 more games. You can risk more injury.
That's why you get paid fuck tons of money.
They get paid too much money.
That's why you get paid money, to put in work. Like I said, this is a business and you're here for entertainment, so entertain me.
Yeah,
if that means you have to do it for 2 more games, and so be it. That's why we'll pay you more money.
Get 'em.
That's why we will pay you more money. Trust me, the NFL will keep your pockets lined. You want that big contract? Get with that 18-game
And
schedule.
they might not guarantee all your money. They might trade your bitch ass off, but they will give you a big-time contract for it. 18 games. Just play 18 fucking games, make them all play, but give them a double bye week even. Like, if you make them play 18 games, give them a double bye. Fuck it.
Then there should only be 1 preseason game.
That's fine with me. Or 2.
If you're going to do that, 1 preseason game, that's all
2.
you get.
Look, I'm fine with 2 preseason games. I'm totally fine with 2 preseason games and 2 bye weeks in a regular season if they were to have to play 18 games. And I'm fine with 2 preseason games as well. I wish they get it figured out by next year and we get to see 18 games.
And it gives football fans a chance to enjoy football longer.
Exactly. Because it goes by so quick, it seems like.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out.
A lot of positives, a lot of negatives. Tell us what you think about an 18-game schedule. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And share and comment down below. Hit the notification if you haven't yet.
We appreciate everything. From the Heated Waves studio on the Heated Waves podcast, I'm T-Ball.
And I'm Mr. Bradley. Thanks for talking about this 18-game situation, and thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.